on while you did. Put on for head.
We have challenges with my Muslim neighbors that we live together in the same country. When we have misunderstanding between us and them, we usually do not talk. We use fists.
The only way to destroy the enemy is to turn him into a friend. And today, once upon a time, my enemy is now my best of friend. And this inspiration comes from the Holy Quran for me.
And why I changed is because I realized I wasn't doing what Jesus wanted me to do. He said, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. And this is the message that I teach around people who still hate the other people.
Pastor James, why did you choose Lebanon to launch your Arabic version of the movie?
Thank you, Philip. I did not choose this place in isolation. But my producer also thought it wise. It seems we all have similarities in the nature of the composition and the dynamics of our society.
From former militia group leader to a person who promotes peace and spreads a message of hope. How come?
Well, my desire initially was to eliminate every Muslim either through conversion or through force. But I realized that I was not doing the right thing because it was un-Christian and un-biblical. When I changed from becoming a militia, I then really, it's like a scale falling off my eyes. And I saw that I was doing it the wrong way. And so I then said, what will Jesus Christ do that I want to mentor after if he were here? And I said, well, I must live like Jesus Christ. Lebanon is the perfect place for dialogue. Do you know what? Lebanons are one of the most traveled people in the entire world. Lebanese live in my country, Nigeria, and they are perfect, nice people. I was actually surprised that with the kindness and goodness they show us when we visit them in their business places, when they do business in Nigeria, they have a challenge of really forgiving and reconciling.
Is it easy to forgive?
Well, it took me long to forgive, but it took others quicker to forgive. As you can see here, this is an artificial limb that I had as a result of my militia life. I carried the pains for a long time as a victim of the crisis which I was involved in. So it takes a gradual process to forgive. But I think if you forgive quickly, it is like freeing yourself from prison.
What do you say for Christians who are afraid of their Muslim brothers in Lebanon?
I feel Christian politicians and Muslim politicians should dialogue. And if through dialogue, you know, they will keep dialoguing until they sweat.
I came from a very strong religious family. A family that are custodian of Islamic heritage.
How do people perceive your reconciliation movement and what do they think about it?
People are seriously divided about when I take the new initiatives of reconciliation with our perceived enemy. Some see me compromising the values of our traditions. Some see me as a traitor. Others feel you are doing the right thing, but you have to be careful. This is how the people were divided. Lebanon is a place that's supposed to be a role model for dialogue. Because in Lebanon, we have a multicultural settings that look very similar to what we have in Nigeria.
Sometimes I was tempted to carry a pillow to suffocate him while he's sleeping when we share rooms. And each time I want to do that, I want to retaliate for my hand. But this force will pull me, thou shalt not kill. For 3 years, I nursed that ambition, that feeling to kill him.
How did you feel when Pastor James said that he thought about killing you?
The power of forgiveness, Bishop Desmond Tutu say, is a weapon of the courageous people. And for me, when I choose to conquer the enemy by turning him into a friend, by giving him what he cannot give me back, by showing him without expecting something from him, it comes from my heart. If indeed each and everyone, at least one person, was able to change his mind and be able to say, I will live by the virtue of my traditions, I will live no more on hate, but on loving for the others. Indeed, our goal of coming to Lebanon, our goal of living around this world is fulfilled. We are not bringing something new to Lebanon. We are trying to reawaken the consciousness of Lebanese people that this is your country. It is only you who carry your destiny on your own.
Pastor James lost his arms, you lost your family.
Absolutely.
What did you gain out of all this reconciliation?
I don't want anybody to lose his cousins or his brothers anymore. I want it to stop with me. And that's why I call the world. That learn from our own experiences. We have lost so much. Within 3 years, we lost over 53,000 people. It is possible to dialogue with your enemy than dealing with the enemy. It is possible to live in peace, even with the worst person, and without compromising, without agreeing with him, but you can create a space in your own heart. Even though we differ in some theological issues, we will make the world a safer place. I'm a Muslim cleric. Having thousands of people behind me, I never compromise the principle of Islam. But Islam says create a space for others. And with this as a living example, even though he's not a Muslim, I like him. I can give my life to protect his honor and dignity. This is what Islam taught me to do. And I live by that principles. And I will live for it and die for it.
I love him because I'm told to love my neighbor as myself. I live by that principle.